Hey guys, welcome. This one is going to be no fluff. I'm going to break down the numbers how I see it. No music, no intro, just facts. So, pretty much self quarantine myself. As a lot of you know, I do have a son with some health issues, so we have decided to completely self quarantine. With that being said, that gives me a lot of time to evaluate how things are going. Been watching tons of content, great thinkers within the real estate space and finance as a whole, and I'm absorbing all that. Very big variation in opinions, which is okay because the truth is nobody completely knows how this is going to play out. So get comfortable with that. Get comfortable with self assessment of what you see, what you've learned, and keep learning. So, tomorrow, I'm actually going to be watching the Cromford report given by Tina Tambor, who is super analytical with Phoenix real estate data, which is super important and something that I stress is of the utmost important because real estate is local, local, local. It's actually location, 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 but I always say think local when you're breaking down data. So that's why I love the Cromford report. Phoenix real estate. So I'll present what they find, but I break down the numbers myself a lot because I have access to the MLS, which gives you a lot of information, but you gotta know how to break down that data. So what I'm gonna show you next is how I assess the current market. And you can do that in very specific subdivisions. You can do that in all of Metro Phoenix. I do it with all the MLS content, which is the whole county. And what I do is I assess the current market, and I'll show you exactly what that means, which means you can't use old data from even a few weeks ago because things have changed rapidly. So you need to see what the market is doing within the last 7 days and use that to help you predict what might happen in the future or at least look for trends. So I'm going to show you how to calculate months of supply, which is a big indicator, and then also I'm going to show you absorption rates. So you can just really, this is a starting point. What has the last week shown us? And what is the trends moving forward as I crunch this and I break this down and show you my findings. So check it out right now. So here are the numbers as of today. So super current. Like I said, we want to be monitoring this as we go. So last week up until today, so 7 days prior to today, up until right now, we had a total of 1,939 closed sales in that 1 week, right? So we want to times that by 4 to get a general sense of what that is going to look like. That totals 7,756 potential closed properties if we stay in this kind of a market. Now with that, we have a total of 12,824 that are active today. So by dividing this number of potential closes, showing the current market, and the active listings, we have 1.6 months of inventory. That historically is super low. So that's what I want to be keeping an eye on. And we would have to crunch these numbers every single week against total actives, which is something I look at every single day because this number is important to me, to come up with this number here. traditional market's about 6 months supply. So as you can see, we're really, really low. But as this starts going up, that's where we start getting concerns. Once we hit 6 months, we're in an even market, no leverage for buyers or sellers. And as we go above 6 months, it turns into a buyer's market. That is what I'm paying attention to. So I'll be crunching these numbers every week. Another idea to see how the current market is going right now, I crunched the numbers and I got this amount, 2,977 new listings as of 7 days ago up until today, right? Compare that with how many are still on the market, 2,377. Doing the simple math, 600 are under contract. That means the absorption rate's about 20%. 20% of the houses that went on the market within the last week are now under contract. 80% of them are still in the market. We want these properties to get absorbed. And if that changes, we'll want to notice that trend and adjust accordingly.